Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Between Realities VR podcast. It is your favorite podcast that you have ever heard. And wow, we're so honored to be here hosting it for you, inviting you to be a part of our amazing conversations that we have here every week about virtual reality. My name is Alex. I'm one of the hosts. The other host is right here. It's Skiva.
Hey, what's up, dude? How are you today?
I'm doing great.
Excellent.
How you doing?
Excellent. I'm pretty good too, man. You know, been playing a lot of VR, playing a lot after the fall, doing a lot of travel planning, going all over the place in the next month. So
dude, it is so nuts. You know, by the way, I just want to check in, make sure that you're doing okay. You know, this is another day that we had where it was basically just all the way up until it's showtime, you know, where we're like busy and I had a work call that I had to handle, which you very graciously allowed me to do.
Absolutely.
So not too stressed. We're feeling good about it. We got everything's programmed on the console here.
Looks like it, at least.
Feeling good.
See what happens.
All right. Well, that's good. That's good. So yeah, it's been a good week, you know, lots of travel plans. And I've really had an opportunity to jump into a little bit more VR this week, which I'm really stoked about. We got to play After the Fall a few times together, which, God, I love that game.
Oh my God, it's so good, man. It's so good. It's slowly getting to be not just my favorite VR game, but like my favorite game. Like, period.
It's insanely good.
It's so good.
Yeah. And you
know, so good.
Playing with you and MASH like really helped me like get a good taste of that like end game After the Fall experience.
Yeah.
You know, where like now we're running runs to like accomplish very specific missions and like, okay, we got to get this one done to get the speed run in so we can unlock the skin. You know, it's not just like going just to survive the level anymore. Now there's like a lot of intention with each run, you know, and MASH gave me a handful of weapons. He gave me a tricked out auto shotty, which is absolutely disgusting.
Isn't
like,
it?
It is so
the
disgusting.
Auto shotty is great.
Yes,
it really is.
It's so great. As soon as they close the gap and they get like within that like 10 to 15 foot space.
Oh yeah.
All of a sudden that's when I'm like, okay, guys, this is
time to spray.
Just melting them. Oh man. And then the damage is super high. Your accuracy is super high. You're hitting everything all the time. That's lovely.
It's great, man. It's such a fun game. It's so much fun. Fun to play with friends.
Wait a second. Hey everybody. Hi. It's good to see you. We're live right now.
We're just like talking about After the Fall. Cool.
But it's really, I mean, listen, folks, if you're not playing it at all, let alone with us, both need to happen.
You're missing out.
So hey everybody, live broadcast here on this Friday, October 21st, and we appreciate you if you're here live with us right now. It's possible that you're not. Also, you might be catching this on Upload VR, right there on the main page, and if you're there, just chill there, man. Hang out on Upload, watch some Between Realities. That's the life. It's the best. It is the best. But really, actually, the true best is being here live with us right now. You know, also shout out to the audio listeners as well. Hey, by the way, extra shout out to Diego, one of our Patreons, who slipped through the cracks last week when we were giving our Patreon shout outs. So I wanted to make sure, Diego, what's up?
We love you, Diego.
We love you very much. Yes.
Thank you for all your support.
I will lose to 8-year-olds and knock with you anytime, any day of the week, brother.
Sounds like fun.
It's not.
No,
it's not. But there's a bonding that happens when a child is beating two adult men.
Sure.
Mike Newton says it's the weekend, and you know what? He's right.
Yeah, Mike Newton. That's right.
Mike Newton, dude. The Q, the Create. He's the real deal.
Yep.
Roy Boy's here. Oh, what's up, man?
Roy Boy? I got to play some After the Fall with Roy Boy.
Oh, wait. Did I?
Yeah, and you did for a second too, but you got disconnected. Yes.
Yes, that's right.
Yep.
Yeah, my headset just like failed on me.
Yeah. Steam VR crashed.
Yeah, that was sad. That was sad. But what wasn't sad was playing the game with my boy Roy.
Yes.
Hussein X is in the house. What's up, dude?
Hey, what's up,
Hussein little X? CreeperBettyVR.
Hey, Betty.
Z Storm is here.
Z.
What's up,
homie?
dude?
What's up?
Z, I miss you, bro.
Yeah, for real.
I just want to like see you and talk to you.
CES.
Yes. Wow. Which is like tomorrow.
I know.
Back to the travel plans thing. It's so crazy, dude. This entire year has just like pop.
I know.
I've never had a year like this in my entire life. Like, it has been so
on a plane
crazy.
Constantly. I know. I
everywhere.
feel you.
Like
I
every
feel
month.
you. Yeah. This month we got. I have at least Utah, Los Angeles, Orlando, and Sweden.
All in a single.
All in November.
Jeez.
Yeah, dude. It's gonna be nuts.
It is gonna be nuts.
Yeah, it's great.
It's really great. Timeless Fable. Hi, Timeless Fable. I love the name. Classy Grandma is also here. I love the name, Grandma. Classy Grandma. Thanks for being
Grandma's
here.
Great. She's been playing a lot with this lately too.
Nice.
Fantastic.
Nice. I love it. I love it when people when they get involved. You know, they're like, you know what? No, we're playing these games.
Yep.
We're in the Discord. Join the Discord, people.
Agreed.
So good to see you as well, Classy Grandma. Paradise Decay is here. What's up, bro? We love you.
What's up?
We think of you all the time.
All the time.
We hope you're feeling.
Hope you're doing even better.
Yeah. We want you to be back in action ASAP, please.
Yes.
Oh man, my laptop isn't plugged in down there.
SpaghettiOs.
This might be a problem.
We might not have you here chatting in a little bit.
Tribe Grey Wolf, what's up, buddy?
Ow,
that's
what's
right.
up, Tribe?
He's here. He's the homie, and
Heck yeah.
And he's great. You know?
Love you, Tribe.
Yeah, we like Tribe. We also like getting things done. Hey, getting things done.
What's up?
The new podcast, by the way, the new VR podcast called what is it called? Get them to the metaverse. Get you to the metaverse.
Yes.
Get us to the metaverse. Oh
God, it's so good.
Great stuff.
It's so good.
Keep it up.
Yeah.
Feel free to hit us up whenever you're looking to like add some guests to your mix.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep doing what you're doing, because
the energy on that show is phenomenal.
Yeah. Both of them are like
really good stuff.
Obviously passionate.
Yes.
You know, like obviously got bit by the same bug that we got bit by.
Yep.
And if you could please getting things done, clarify the name of the podcast in the chat, that would be really great, because I know I'm very close. But
get them to the metaverse, or
get me to the get them to the metaverse. That might be it. We'll find out in a moment.
Yeah, well, just get to that show, because it's a good one.
Get to that metaverse podcast. Mo Beast Gaming is here.
Hey, Mo Beast.
MIA post knee surgery. Miss y'all. Dang, dude.
Dang. Heal up. Get well soon.
Bummer, dude.
Yeah.
Like I'm like 35 now, going on dead. And my knees, dude. I went roller skating when I was in Cincinnati, and for the next.
You went roller skating?
I did. So they do this thing called Startup Cincy, where they like block off 30 blocks. Oh no, that's Startup Cincy is a part of this thing that's called Blink. That they block off 30 blocks. They do a bunch of projection mapping onto the side of the buildings in Cincinnati, which was so dope.
Wow.
It was so dope. Like the entire side of a building completely brought to life with like. It looks like it's on fire, and then it looks like it's smoking, and then like things are bouncing off the windows on the way down, like a Plinko machine.
Oh, cool!
Like, so many amazing effects.
Nice.
But they also, one of the streets was like a pop-up roller rink, and they had like a little station there that like you pay $1 and they give you a pair of roller skates. And I had never done like the 4-wheel roller skates before. I've always been like an inliner. I grew up in Michigan, played a lot of hockey, and never did the 4 thing. But I put on the 4 things, and it was kind of awkward. It was not nearly as great as being in an inline skates, but I made it happen.
Yeah. Did you have fun?
It was very fun. Nice. Next 3 days, my knees absolutely done, dude.
Welcome to old age, my friend.
It sucks so bad.
Yep.
Don't turn 30, people.
Don't do it.
You can help it.
Don't do it.
Aw, Classy Grandma, $20 super chat.
Hey, all right.
Getting things started. And she says, aw, you said you loved me. Big hugs. Dude, we do love you. We can't. You didn't give us a choice, Classy Grandma.
Yeah.
You didn't give us a choice. Getting things done, by the way, says been watching for a while. Love you guys' show. We'll definitely have you on. Means so much for the shout out. Oh, get him to the metaverse. That's what it's called.
Get him to the metaverse.
Yep, that's right.
Heck yeah.
Okay, so let me just make sure that we mention Obscure Nerd VR, our buddy Andy.
Yes, Andy, what's up, buddy?
Oh, dude, Zim Talk 5, dudes, TFIF.
Hey, what's up, Zim? How are you,
buddy? Good to see you, man. Thanks for coming to a live broadcast.
Yeah, good to see you.
Yeah, and thank you all. So that's that.
That is.
So Val, right? Val's been doing stuff.
Val is always doing stuff.
That's true.
They do a lot of things.
They do.
They really do.
But I feel like lately, though, like the past year,
like
a lot has.
They're ramping up. They're like a snowball. You know, they started small and they're getting bigger and bigger as they're making their way down that hill, and it's exciting to see. And I can't wait to find out all about the things they are doing.
It's pretty cool, you know. I mean, the biggest and most notable thing right now, you know, is this new reality VR convention that is being put on by Val, which is in Salt Lake City, Utah, taking place from November 3rd to the 5th.
Yes.
So it's a brand new VR convention, and here to tell us all about it today is Hala and Nate, both of them from the Val Virtual Athletics League team. Hello, Nate. Hello, Hala. Thank you for joining us.
Hey. Oh, happy to be here.
Hey, guys. Good to see you.
We've got Val on the show, everybody. And like we just said, it feels like it's been a pretty big year for Val. And we definitely want to dive into some of this. So, but before we do, maybe each of you can kind of just take a moment and introduce yourselves, right? Like give us like what, you know, your name, your position at Val, and just a little bit of like a little mini background, just a little nugget. And we'll start with you, Nate.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm Nate McColm. I go by Vanlin online. I'm the developer relations and marketing specialist here at Val, which is a very fancy way of saying I do just about everything. Our boss says, you know, we need this done, and I'm the guy that gets it done. So yeah, I'm a very busy person, but I came on about 2 years ago during our first big event, and like you said, we've grown a ton since then. It's been really interesting to see us go from like a very super small team to where we have like I think 25, 26 people on the team now. So.
Wow, 25 people on the team. That's great. That's so awesome.
That is awesome. And dude, I literally did not know that you were Vandalin until right now.
Oh,
like,
seriously?
Right now.
You know, like we have a guest on the show. It's Nate. You know, I'm like, okay, who's Nate? Like, I was literally excited to learn more about who I have on the show today.
All the conversations we've had.
We know each other so well.
So, you know, and Alex is...
Real quick, by the way, I sympathize with you about the turning 35 thing. I turn 36 next week.
Ooh, nice.
I am not happy about it.
You're falling apart.
Yeah, don't be happy about it.
I've got 2 feet dangling over an open grave.
I'm right there with you, man.
All of us.
I'm right there with you.
We're all born to die, baby.
Well, listen, I really love this. I'm very excited to have you on, obviously, and you know, I don't think it would have been fair to not share that I just had that revelation, right? Like I could have bit my tongue and I could have been like, oh.
In Alex's defense, your picture on Discord is of a pug. Is it a pug?
It's a pug, and I don't remember where that came from.
And you do not look like a pug.
Al Gore going Excelsior, and then I just changed it one day. I don't even remember where I found that. And yet it's been that way for years now.
Wow. All right. Well, here's your sign. All right. Because this whole debacle could have been avoided if I got to see your beautiful shining smile right there in that profile picture. You know.
Dude, I got a face made for radio. No. Like I acknowledged that a long time ago.
Nah, that's a bunch of bull. I don't want to hear that.
Malarkey.
I just want to see your beautiful face right there.
I mean, I worked in radio for 7 years before I came here, so just saying.
So this is just another day for you. This is just no big deal.
No, this is old hat for me. So
nice. Well, how about you, Hala? Have you ever done any kind of broadcast like the one that you are currently on?
Well, we did one last night.
Yeah.
No, usually though, if I'm streaming, I'm camera off. It's like my Valorant or something. You know, that's the type of streaming I'm used to. So I'm not a radio person.
No. Well, you're starting today.
I'm happy to be here anyway.
Cool. Well, Hala, why don't you go ahead and take a moment and introduce yourselves to the audience and just tell us a little bit about you.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm Hala. I'm the eSports specialist at Val, and I do also our social media management. I'm our Discord mod. So, you know, if you see me in any of our Discords, I'm Hala Bay. No, my profile picture is not my face, but my name has my name in it. So I think it's fair.
Yeah, that got us. That would get us there. That would solve the issue that Nate forced us to have by not having his real name and profile.
Exactly. But yeah, so I've been with Val for 10 months now. So maybe I'm the reason that we're having such an exciting year.
Hey.
Oh yeah, there we go. Yep.
So I'm out here in Utah with Nate and some of our other team members, and yeah, just super excited for planning this event.
Sweet
indeed. Yes, this is awesome. So what is this event? How did this event come to be? You know, I mean, either one of you can feel free to kind of jump in here, but like, why don't you tell us about like the initial whisperings of putting together a new VR conference?
I think we have you to blame for that, actually.
Hey, please go on.
Yeah, no. So obviously you were hanging with our CEO and a couple of other people at GDC because you were sending all the pictures about wish you were here and whatnot. And someone
that's right.
Responsible to hold in the room and hold down the fort. So I couldn't go to GDC, but yeah. So our CEO came back from that and he's like, hey, so I was talking with the Between Your Realities guys and they were mentioning about wanting to do some sort of in-person thing. And that was back in like March or April, and we're all just like, okay. please give okay. We can chat about this later. We've got other projects we're working on, and then it just kind of Ryan just kept kind of slowly, continually bringing it up until eventually he's just like, all right, I'm making an executive decision. It's happening, and we're like,
heck yeah.
Yay.
Heck yeah. All right. Well, the bill for that idea is in the mail.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I will gladly have us take full credit for this event coming to fruition. So yeah.
Well, I should probably kicked back to you because I did come up with the name New Reality. So
oh, very nice. That's a good one.
We're all gonna get taken care of by this expo. Okay, that's for sure.
That's great.
Wow.
This is gonna be exciting, man. I'm excited. We are gonna at least I will be there. Maybe Alex is coming. We don't know yet, but
kind of planning on it now.
Yeah.
You know, like at first it was.
You are now.
I kind of am planning on it. Yeah, it wasn't really something that I thought was going to be in the cards, but the more that I'm looking at it, the more I realize I might be making a mistake by not going.
Yeah, I think you are. And anyone that wants to go that's here, you can go onto the website that is in the description of the video, and you can sign up and you can use the code Between Realities to get half off your entry. Boom.
Boom. Half off.
Boom.
You and a friend
come hang
for
out.
The price of one.
Come hang out with all of us. See all of us right here on this show? Come hang out with us. Come on, let's go.
This is awesome.
Yep.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about the intention of this event? Like, what are you trying to accomplish by having everybody come to Salt Lake City on November 3rd or 4th? Or what's the date? November 3rd
through the 5th.
Yeah, 3rd through the 5th. So what's the intention? Why is everyone gathering?
Yeah, so I think a big part of it is there's a lot of gaming conferences and gaming events, but they're all kind of either not specific enough or way too specific, right? So you either have things like GDC that is just gaming in general, or you have things like an Echo Arena LAN, which is awesome, but I don't play Echo Arena, so I'm not going to have that much fun there, you know? Mm-hmm. So we wanted to find something kind of in between that you could come if you were super into VR, or you could come if you just kind of were starting out in VR and try things out. So we're going to have developers, creators, games, just all sorts of things. So no matter who you are, you can come and enjoy and learn about VR and play.
Exciting.
Well, that sounds awesome. Mm-hmm. That sounds super good. I love VR. I know Alex loves VR, and there's all kinds of people coming to this event as well that we also love, right? There's a whole list of creators coming. Man, there's so much. So Mike from Virtual Reality Oasis will be there, right? Soul Fox Gaming, Kaz and Sherry, Techman Ju, BMF, Otterworldly, Tigress, Tiny Beats.
Yeah.
There's just so many.
Like, how
people.
do you not go to that?
Gamer Tag, I think, is coming. Like, what the heck? This is gonna be fantastic because it's like all the homies and all the games. Yeah. Right. All in one building.
Okay, so those are the homies. Yeah. Right. Like we know the homies are coming. Yeah. Like who else is going to be there then? Like games or companies and stuff like that. Can you guys speak to that?
Well, do you guys happen to have the trailer available? Because
I do.
Oh, that's right there.
Run it.
I do have the trailer. Let me
see. I teed you up for that perfully.
That is. Let's get this going. We'll even play the sound on this one. So don't ding us for copyright infringement, then, please.
This better not be copyright.
I know, right?
This is our lifeblood.
Should be copyright free.
Oh, we've already gotten copyright claimed on it. I'm still dealing with that right now.
Hey y'all, Silvox here. Welcome to New Reality.
Welcome to New Reality.
Toast.
Yeah. Yep.
God damn, that's a banger and a half, bro.
Every time we play a Val trailer, it's like always banging. It gets me stoked, right?
Jeez, that was some
dude.
great
Whoever does
stuff.
your trailers and whoever picks your music, give them a raise immediately.
Yeah, no, we've got a pretty good videography team. So
Nice. Very cool.
Dude,
Love
LS Toast, man. Like, I would love to just like have a moment to like shake that dude's hand and
Here's
realize,
your chance.
yeah,
Let's
you're
go.
right. Yeah,
Yep.
that's
Mr. Beat
worth it.
Saber.
He is hands down. If you don't know who LS Toast is, folks, hands down, the best Beat Saber player out there. Like,
He is good.
he's amazing.
Yeah.
ridiculous. Like, I guarantee he could just top any. He could top any leaderboard he felt like it. Like, if he's not on top of one, it's because he didn't try. Like, he's insanely good.
Yeah. he is
Insanely good.
He's very good.
Yeah, it's like unfathomable, frankly. Like, I don't know how he can be that good.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing everybody.
Yes.
To play these games. You see that list of games? It's nuts. I mean, even after the fall's in there.
So
That's my jam.
So that's like, I guess what my next question is then. Like, after the fall is going to be playable there, but like, will there be people from After the Fall or Vertigo games there? Or is there like a station for
I'll
it?
be there.
Whatever. Okay, that's true. No, Skiva is from Vertigo games. So that does count.
Yes.
But I'm just kind of like trying to picture it, right? Like, are there going to be like booths with companies representing their games? Are there like free play areas? Like, what's the vibe? How does it work?
Yeah.
Both,
So
actually.
yeah, definitely a combination. You'll walk in, and the first thing you'll see, Among Us. There's going to be a huge Among Us, kind of the star of the show right there. And because Among Us VR doesn't come out until November 11th. So our event's going to be the first live streams, like really, unless you were in the beta, kind of your first chance to see it. Maybe try it if you're lucky, and just really get to see that. And then, we have like a free play area that's going to have any of those games that were listed as hands-on demos. So, you got your knock, After the Fall, all sorts of things in there. And then we're going to have eSports tournaments for Epic Roller Coasters and Population 1, which we are so excited for those. And then we've got our little area where you can meet the developers and try games there too. So kind of everything, yeah.
Sweet.
Wow.
Population 1, that's kind of interesting. Like, will people at the event be competing against each other? I mean, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't be. Oh, I guess this is the theme to talk about stuff, right?
These are the esports people right here.
How does the Population 1 work? I imagine that Epic Roller Coasters will be like, play these levels, get a high score. Like, I can fathom that. But
for Epic Roller Coasters, they've actually got a racing mode, so it's going to be the speed element of it.
Wow.
Which their team is super excited about.
Oh, cool.
Probably because that's an underutilized feature in their game. I think a lot of people just jump into either like the more cinematic experience or like the shooting kind of like high score experience. But I have done very little of the like flying off of the rails and stuff like that you can do.
It is a lot of fun. Like I wasn't sure I was going to enjoy it when I gave it the first try, but oh my gosh, like our league moderator and I, we spent like an hour just racing each other.
Nice.
Like it is a lot of fun.
Nice. Are you turning off all the blinders? Are you turning off that thing in the middle?
See, I can handle the motion sickness of that relatively well.
Nice. That's great. Okay, so that's Epic Roller Coasters. How does Population 1 going to work?
Yeah, so Pop 1 is going to be, we're scoring it a little bit like Fortnite tournaments. So you're going to go in and you're going to play a match, and then you're going to get a score based on how many kills you get, how much damage you do, all those kind of stats. And, every kill is worth a certain number of points. And then after a few games, the top people with the highest scores are going to go into a finals match.
Against each other?
Against each other. Yep. And then the winner of that is going to be the grand winner.
Woo.
Wow. It's too bad Tribe Grey Wolf won't be there to smoke everyone.
Dude,
he is the Population 1 king.
I feel like events like this
and if I could sweeten the pot, actually, we do have prize pools for both of these games.
Oh, really?
Both cash and product sponsored by Albika. So.
Oh, cool.
And I feel like this is a kind of event where like it makes sense to participate, because like I mean, do you guys have some esports professionals who are planning on being in attendance? Like players, like pro players?
Isn't Pesky Cashew going to be there?
Pesky's going to be there.
Yeah,
That's the
Pesky's
only one that I know of immediately.
Mhm.
So
We've got I'm not super entrenched in the Pop 1 community, but I know there are quite a few Pop 1 players that are planning to be out there. I couldn't tell you if they're pros or not, but I know that they're excited.
I mean, if they're traveling to compete in Pop 1, that scares me.
You know, Pop 1 is the king of sweaty players, right? They are in there to win all the time. You get in there now, the player base that has stuck around through that game are nasty. There's some real competitive players in there. A lot of great people that still play Pop 1. Let me ask you this. Will the new sandbox level be featured at all there? Or is it standard?
I don't think we're planning on it. Yeah, I think we're just going to stick to, I think we're going to do Metro matches.
Gotcha. Nice. That's a tough one because that's very vertical playing field as well as horizontal, but that is a very, very competitive part of the map.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun.
And it's interesting, like, because Population 1, like that community is obviously not Fortnite's community.
Right.
You know, like Fortnite is like such a huge, massive pool that I assume some kind of like MMR things are happening there where like relative skill levels are being put up against each other, or even if not, you have such a huge like random pool of people to pull from that like there's quite a bit of variables that really does, like, it's easy for me for it to make sense in Fortnite, right? But I think about Population 1 and like to your point, like there's some sweaty players out there. And like you might get unlucky during this tournament and like get into 2 lobbies in a row where like a true sweat is in there and he pops you like right in the beginning, you know, and then you're screwed. you know? Like
for real.
It's like, oh man, even though you're good and maybe you were better than 90% of this lobby, that one sweat got you early enough.
And I will tell you that Population 1 has an extremely passionate community. So in January of this year, I was actually out at Population IRL. And that was held in Vegas during CES, and I went over there, and there must have been over 100 Pop 1 players there that came out for that event, and it was super great. A fantastic sense of community. Everyone knew everybody just from getting killed by them in lobbies.
That is cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was a really cool event. And I'm excited. I'm excited for Pop 1 to kind of be more front and center again, because after all, every time I get back in this game, it totally blows me away again every time I get in there.
It's really good.
Feels so good. It's such a good game.
Yeah, it's a great game. Yeah. And I guess, really what I was asking for is like, can I just show up and like randomly join these things and maybe be competitive, or is Pesky Cashew going to be there? Because if Pesky Cashew is going to be there, or anyone like him, you're basically going to need to practice
a lot
and then still lose.
And then still lose.
That's why we're doing the point system. Statement. We don't want it to just be like, oh, I didn't get the first place, so I'm out of the tournament. We want to give everybody a chance, because I'll say I'm not a Pop 1 pro player. The first time I played, I didn't even know how to fly or jump. I could not get off the ground. So I get it, but
it's so fun though.
Practice a little bit if you're coming.
Yeah, and it's so fun. Even if you're not good, just climbing a building and then turning around and jumping off and spreading your wings and just like gliding around while like shooting at targets on the ground. Oh my god, it's so good.
It's a great game. So good. And it has all of the like the best VR interactions in a beautiful package that are all very good. Like it feels good to shoot, it feels good to climb, it feels good to fly, like it feels good to pull stuff out of your inventory, even though it's not like a backpack style one. Like the wheel feels great when you get into it. It just feels good. It's a great game.
They're still adding to the map and they're still doing things, and they have this new sandbox mode coming out that looks fantastic, where you can go in there and you can build. You can build up a map with your friends and then play it. Like, how cool is that? Which,
by the way, I did want to kind of mention for a minute. This Pop 1 sandbox is launching in December, and it's going to be a big deal, I think. And I really want to urge everyone, if they're interested in the Pop 1 sandbox, to start getting people into the early access of that. And I think Eric for President would be a good person to follow on Twitter if you are interested in that. Also, I have links to like getting on the wait list and stuff. So if anybody's interested in kind of getting into the early access of this sandbox situation, hit me up or hit up Eric for President, and we will get you in there, because they're trying to have a big early playtest. Like they want to get as many people as possible in. So it's not one of those like super exclusive kind of situations. Like if you want to get in there and try early, there's a really good opportunity to do that. So reach out to me, reach out to Eric for president, or just reach out to Pop One in general. And I'm sure that you can get in there and start checking this out, because I think it's going to shake stuff up.
Yeah, I think so too. People have been wanting new ways to play Pop One for some time, and new reasons to get back in there.
Yep.
So
and like, the Friday night pop events that happen in our community not ours and other communities every Friday, they do crazy stuff every single Friday night. Like it's not just a typical battle royale. They're turning on and turning off gravity, adding specific weapons, doing death matches and stuff, like constantly changing stuff. Yeah, tons of modifiers. So it's kind of already happening to a certain extent in the custom lobbies. But I think this is going to put a lot of wind into the sails of the idea that like, hey, you can play Population 1 however you want. You can make maps like look like this, or you can make game modes like that, and all that kind of stuff. So I think it's a really exciting time.
That's what this needs, because it definitely needs a fresh jolt of juice here, and I think that's what we're getting. So I'm stoked.
Dude, you know what needs a jolt of juice? My laptop.
Oh,
it's gonna die. I need to stand it up and plug it in. I need to go over there and do that. Really,
you need to go over there and do that. Okay. Yeah.
Should I just stand, or do you want to close the doors, or how do you want to do it?
Let's see here. Let's use our be right back scene here real quick.
It's only going to take me 5 seconds.
Hold on. Where's my be right back scene?
Here's me without headphones.
Here it is. Okay, be right back, people. Be right back. And we are back.
And we're back. Thank you for your patience, everyone. Thank you for your patience, Nate and Hala. And thank you for your patience, Mash Daddy Cool, who dropped us a $5 super chat. Boom.
Yeah, buddy.
And he says this is going to be epic with some epic VR peeps. Of course, he's referring to the New Reality Expo, New Reality Convention.
New Reality VR Convention.
New Reality VR Convention. Yeah. That rolls off the tongue very nicely.
I want to know if anyone in our chat is going. Like, I want to hang out with every single one of you in this list that I have off to my left here. So please come hang out. This will be sick.
Yes, please.
Be a good time. Play some Among Us. Check out some games like The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners Chapter 2. Right, that's going to be there. At least a live stream will be happening. From Walking Dead. There's going to be so many games there, like you saw in the trailer, right? But Epic Roller Coasters, Population 1, Thief Simulator, After the Fall, Knock, The Walking Dead, Aspire 2. Nice. So good. I get a chance to play that over at PAX West, and oh my god, it was awesome. It took everything good about Aspire 1 and they cranked up all those things, right?
Nice.
And they really listened to feedback and they made it even better. So Aspire 2 is awesome. It's going to rock. Forever VR Pool will be there, right? Shoot some pool in VR. The Exorcist Legion. So you can, it's Halloween season. You can get some frights.
That game's been around for a while, right? Like that's not a new title.
Legion? I don't think Legion's new. I think that's the same.
I've played it.
Yeah.
They did just have a graphical update, but the game is not new.
Cool. Okay. I've actually played that game to completion. One of the few single player VR games that I've played all the way.
Really?
Through. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's cool. I couldn't get through it.
Probably one of the few single player people who actually finished it. It's horrifying.
Yeah, it was pretty good actually. It was good. It wasn't super duper jump scare filled. It's more creepy vibes and obviously every scary game is going to make you jump, but. Not affected the manner, and that's just...
I couldn't get through Exorcist. I didn't really. I mean, I just don't like scary games.
And frankly, if I can be completely blunt about it, there are better horror games if you're gonna push yourself through one. But for Quest owners especially, it's a solid pickup for the Halloween.
That's cool.
Halloween time.
We also have games like Project Demigod, Sail, Monkey See, Monkey Do Do, which I actually know nothing about, and it's a pretty hilarious name. I'm guessing maybe you're a monkey throwing poop at things.
That sounds about right.
Maybe.
If I had to guess.
I could give you a little bit of detail. It's a game that's still somewhat early in development. They wanted to come out and kind of expo it and get some public feedback. It's still, what do they say, Hala, about a year and a half away from being able to be published.
Something like that.
But they're connected with the Sail team. They're the publisher for Sail, and so they're just we want to get in on this too. So. But yeah, you've got the long and gist of it. Is that it's like Gorilla Tag, except you're
Flinging projectiles.
Slinging poop. Sounds like my kind of game.
Yeah, but they're a company right here in Utah, so we're just like, we'd love to have
great.
a local presence.
Come on
so.
over.
Nice. That's excellent.
That's cool. And you guys,
Very cool.
I assume you must be based in the Utah area and Salt Lake area then as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So our CEO is from Salt Lake. Nate and I both are. But our team is now kind of all over the U.S. and all over the world, really. We have a few people out in the Philippines and someone in Malaysia.
One in Malaysia. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
So,
cool.
We're
Dude, Val is
based
international.
in Utah, not all here, though.
Sweet. We got fun with the clicks chilling in the chat. Good to see you.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, a little Reese the King chilling in the
Reese,
chat.
what's up, buddy?
Yeah. Jay
How are you?
Brat. Was Jay Brat here earlier?
Jay Brad?
I don't think I
know.
mentioned
Was he
him
here? What's
earlier.
up, Jay Brad? How are you?
Good to see you, Jay Brat.
Good to see you.
All of you who haven't seen our recent episode with Jay Brat, you should probably go watch it.
Yeah,
it's pretty
it
good.
was really good.
And then Reese the King, did he close the last season with us?
I believe he was the final of season 5.
Yeah, I think he was.
I mean, how can you end with anyone else but the king?
just pure royalty,
Right?
You know, pure
Heck yeah.
royalty.
Gotta love Reese.
Yeah, fun with the clicks. Yep, that's right. Traveling Man's been chilling.
What's up, traveling man?
And Mickey Burr also been chilling.
Hey, Mickey.
So and Chris Richardson, of course,
Chris,
as well.
how's it going, man?
And a little Todd Lamplighter.
Oh, Todd.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. So we got Eric and Todd from Q2C VR Gamer, who actually, you guys were both on their show last night. So if you want more Nate and Hala after this show, go back and check out the Q2C broadcast.
Do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually just got Todd's digits to his phone number.
Ooh.
That's right. I'm calling him after this thing so we can talk
Lucky.
about Salt Lake and see what the options are.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty
Nice.
cool.
Cool.
So also I do want to, Classy Grandma asked something in the chat and I wanted to give her a chance to get an answer to it. She says, what is the favorite game or first game that got Val started? What a great question.
So that's actually that's an interesting story. I would say that it was actually Beat Saber.
Ooh.
That was our first tournament.
Oh, cool.
Okay,
Beat
well,
Saber
let's hear the
tournament.
story.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just give you like the really quick, Reader's Digest version history of the company. So we started as a VR arcade in like 2016 here in Salt Lake, and we got a little bit of investor money from this group called Boost VC. And like right after that, our CEO was out at GDC and met the developers for Beat Saber, who at the time, and it's crazy to think about this, but they were so strapped financially that they couldn't afford a booth at GDC. They were
Wow.
demoing the game at an offsite nightclub where the air conditioning had broken. So the headsets were just covered in sweat. But Ryan was like, he went up to them, introduced himself, and he's like, your game's got great leaderboard integration. You've got a good thing going here. Have you ever thought about a tournament? And they hadn't. And so, one thing led to another. We ended up running the first ever, and to my knowledge, only officially sponsored, licensed, however it's described, Beat Saber tournament that was LBE. And when we went to press, we were expecting about 50 arcades optimistically. It ended up being 168 across 24 countries.
Wow.
And so, I'd like to think that kind of helped make Beat Saber, but that's just an ego thing.
Beat Saber is Beat
Yeah,
Saber.
Beat Saber is
That's
Beat
true.
Saber, but yes, you should continue to do that.
So, but after that, we started working the HTC, HTP, Oculus. We did stuff with like Archangel, Hellfire, Tower Tag. We actually beat out ESL at the beginning of 2020 for the Pistol Whip contract, which was a huge moment of company pride.
Nice.
But 2020 COVID, VR arcades not super conducive with each other, and so just changed our business model to our recent event stuff and what we've been doing. But Ryan's been like, we want to get back in person, and so here we are now.
That's pretty cool.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's really awesome that you were there at such an early time and you liked Beat Saber before it was cool, kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
So Val is very different than other esports companies, right? So a lot of times you think esports, you think the Virtual Athletics League and Val, but you also think like the VR Master League, for example, right? But Val isn't really like that. How are you guys different from let's say a VR Master League?
Yeah, so I think the number one thing, and it's kind of just the reality of things, is that we are like a company and we make money. Like VR Master League is great, but it's all volunteers. And with volunteers, you can only dedicate so much of your time. And that's the great thing is that at Valve, we get to work, 60-hour weeks and we get paid for it. So we are going to do it.
I mean, I'm not going to say 60-hour weeks are a great thing.
Yeah, but being paid for 60 hours
Right.
is pretty great.
Right.
True. Yeah. But so I think that's definitely like that gives us the chance to really get a lot more in depth and just, spend a lot of time building these things up. And like, obviously VRML has a lot of good programs that we want to, try and really stay competitive with. And then we also have kind of our other side to Val, which is our creator side. And so that's why you see so many creators coming out here to the event, is that we have our own creator team, Val Uprising, and we represent, is it 12 creators, I think, right now?
12 at the moment, yeah.
Yeah, 12 creators that are all part of our content creation team. And so they're going to be the ones that are going to be streaming Among Us alongside some other common VR creators, some creators from Utah. But that's definitely like, I think what sets Val apart is, yeah, we do esports, but then we also do this other great aspect.
Nice. Cool.
So can I actually jump in on something and answer Classy Grandma here in the chat?
Yeah, absolutely.
So these competitions, yes, you can check out the Val YouTube channel. We will be streaming to that along with our Twitch channel.
Yeah, just to the Twitch, I think.
Oh, just at the Twitch? Okay, I thought we were also doing YouTube. Okay, so yes, we'll be doing it to the Twitch channel then. So you can check us out then. We'll be publishing on, our social medias when the competitions are going to be streamed, when they're going live. So if you want to check it out, you can do it there.
Sweet. And I'll say hi to Glitch Fandango, the homie, popping in.
Hey, what's up, Glitch?
Good to see you, Glitch. So I want to ask you about what J-Brat's bringing up, because he did not let it go the first time, and it wasn't for any reason that I didn't bring it into the chat, but now I see it twice, so I want to ask him. So he's asking, is Val the company that people were upset that they asked for 10% of their ad revenue to join their creator program?
Oh.
So do you know what he's talking about? And is that something that sounds familiar to you?
I mean, we do take a portion of ad revenue from our creators. Kind of just, we're their managers. We represent them and we get them a lot of deals. I don't know if it's 10%, but yeah, like that is, but it's kind of just a reality because we're not just taking from our creators. We're also bringing them deals. We're paying for any of the creators that are from our team that are coming out to the event. We're paying for their flights, their hotel, and they're being paid to be there. So that might be true, but I don't think it's the whole truth necessarily.
Yeah, that's what we're looking for, is the whole truth,
I know the controversy that you're talking about. It was kind of framed in the wrong sort of light. We are, that is an agency. That's the typical agency model. And so it's kind of a new thing that there are VR content creators being represented. And for context, like we might get a portion of their ad revenue, but like there's one that we're working on a $22,000 contract with, for example. Right. I can't say who, I can't say what company or whatever, but like we bring them a lot more than we get. So
cool. So, it sounds like when someone just goes on Twitter and they're like, oh, this company wants 10% of my ad revenue. Nope. Like there's a little bit more.
Yeah. There's always three sides to every story.
Exactly. I mean, look at the Bayonetta controversy right now. So
actually, wait, it was something about the voice actor or something, right?
Yeah. So she was out there saying that, she's done the first two games and she was, now that the game's gone bigger, they were offering her only $4,000 to voice the entire game is what she was claiming. Wow. And then they just went off and hired Jennifer Hale, who, big name voice actress. And then the company came out and said, well, no, we offered her $4,000 per session over the course of 5 sessions. And so, and she's disputing that. And now it's been this back and forth on Twitter for over a week.
I see.
So there are two sides to every story.
Bro, and I mean, it's all business, Yeah, there's 3, right?
Yeah, there's our side. Hers, and the truth.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Amen.
That one, and the truth. Yep.
Amen. Well, that's interesting.
3 sides for Bayonetta 3. So
there you go.
I think it's also a big difference between like VR gaming versus like 2D gaming. VR is like, we're all a really close-knit community, like I see the same people on Twitter that I see in our Discord that I see in your guys' chat, Yep. And so VR influencers might not be used to that. But like a 2D influencer, I mean, I've seen some of their contracts and heard about some of their contracts. They're their agencies are taking a lot more than 10% sometimes. So it's just kind of, as we grow, we're going to have to get used to that stuff, and it kind of sucks. But on the other hand, it's going to make us really big and really cool. So
well, I mean, the thing is that no one is forcing anyone to do any of this stuff. If you want the perks that come with you bringing the business to some of these people, then you can take it. If not, you don't have to take it, right? So that's the beautiful thing, right? You do what you want.
In a lot of ways, it's you can either market yourself and take it all, or you can be able to hire it out and get someone else to do it. Because like I used to do professional voiceover stuff, and I still do on the side, but most of my work came through audition sites who take 10 to 20% cut. My agent that I had, who never actually brought me any work, but that's a whole different story, she would have been a 10% cut on anything I made, but she also had the connections that I didn't have.
Right.
So it's just how business works. If like you said, they don't have to work with us, they can market themselves, but there's a benefit to working with us.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, I don't know. I feel like, I shouldn't say that this might be present in every community, but I do feel like people they almost feel like they've struck gold when someone wrongs them, or they discover a practice that's happening at a company that they don't agree with, they're like, oh great, I can go to Twitter now and I can tell Twitter how messed up Val is for trying to take 10% of my ad revenue that I'm working for, they immediately can kind of just take their own perspective of it, run to Twitter and be like, I finally have something to bitch about, and I've seen this happen a couple of times, and for example, with the VR awards, a lot of people, when they started looking into the way that the VR awards work, they go on the website and they realize that, to make a nomination for the VR awards, that whoever it is that makes that nomination has to pay $200 or $250,
$300 or something
like that. So they immediately turn around and go to Twitter and they're like, yo, VR awards, you have to pay to get nominated. Pff, screw that. What a waste of time. What a stupid thing. And meanwhile, we're sitting there who had got nominated as finalists this year and last year, and we've never paid a dime for anything like that. Nope. So, but someone who thought that they knew that they had some juicy news to break on everybody immediately runs to Twitter, starts complaining about that, and then all of a sudden puts out all this this negative perspective on the VR awards that it's a pay to win kind of situation, when that is not the reality of it, So I don't know. I feel like while I personally don't see anything that's malicious about the practice that you guys are doing here, but I can see how something like that could get out of hand relatively quickly if you rub somebody the wrong way with a contract or something.
Yeah.
But I mean, have you guys gotten any pushback for it, or has for the most part, are all of your deals going through well and good vibes?
Yeah, our deals are great. Our content creators are super fun. I'm so excited to meet them in person. I've never actually met any of our content creators in person yet, and so I'm like, this is gonna be so fun. We're gonna work hard, but we're gonna have some time to hang out still. But yeah, I mean, it's super fun, and hopefully we're gonna be able to sign some new influencers soon. Hey. So if you're interested, always reach out, and we might be able to invite you to that program. But yeah, I think everything's going well overall.
You're gonna love it, Hala. Meeting people that you've seen online for a while in person is the coolest thing ever. It is so fun. You're gonna get addicted. I haven't even met most
of my coworkers, so
wow,
it's true. Yeah, Hala and I have met a few times because we're both here, but most of the team is all around the country and around the world. So it's this is going to be the first time we're meeting, our marketing director, our influencer handler, our league moderator and stuff. It's
going to be great. You guys are going to have so much fun, and I guess so will we, and everybody else who's there in attendance. But it is so.
Yeah, we're going to meet you.
Yeah, exactly.
Heck yeah,
it's going down.
Yeah, we've met a good chunk of the Val team, but you guys have not been around up to this point. So I'm super excited to to hang out, give you five, and have some VR fun times. So. Yeah, and I hope the people in the chat here are all like, this sounds fun, let's go.
Right?
I've seen a lot of enthusiasm and a lot of people lamenting they can't go. And so I'm torn, because it's well, I want people to be there, but I'm excited about how excited you are.
It's tough. It's tough to leave your state, right? And travel somewhere and buy a plane ticket and get a hotel, and inflation's up and all, it's tough for sure. But, for the people who can make it, we'd be stoked to have you there. And plus, Between Realities code gets you 50% off. That will take some money off, so that's good.
Dude, when I was in Michigan, like growing up, just being there and living life, I like never left. I think I went on like one trip out of Michigan to like go visit my brother when he was stationed in the northwestern part of the country in Washington somewhere, and it's like I felt like I was like locked there. It's like it almost seems like it's impossible to get on a plane and like go to a different state to go do something. Like it just seems like it's just like not even feasible. Like it doesn't make sense. Like no, of course I'm not going to do that. But like after I like grew up a little bit, and I guess probably got a slightly better financial situation. I'm by no means well off or anything like that, but like now, like I'm really able to wrap my head around a trip like this. It makes sense to me to jump on a plane, shoot over there for a few days, and go and see all of these people that I'm contacting all the time.
Yeah, and we got so many friends going. Right, we're hooking up. We're all kind of splitting rooms. Yeah, we're doing Airbnbs and like it's great. It's so much fun.
There are resources out there. There's ways to approach this that make more sense. And if you're out there thinking like I would love to go, but I mean, what am I going to do? Get on a plane and get a hotel room? Like, kind of. Yeah.
Come on, let's go.
Come on. Let's party. Like make that decision. Let's get it. Used to hate Kalamazoo during summers, Wolfrost. I used to live in Kalamazoo. Maybe we partied together and didn't even know it.
Oh, boom. Look at that.
Go ahead, Nate.
Yeah, I was going to say, so I'm Classic Grandma's got some really, really good questions going on here. So the first one she's got, how often do we hold competitions like this? Traditionally, we've been doing winter and summer games. We're replacing we replaced our summer games with a new reality event. Truthfully, we're kind of probably looking to scale that back in the coming years to just like one like online event and probably make it run in conjunction with like any sort of like convention we might be doing, but that's not been officially decided yet. However, that's where we're strongly leaning towards, just because it's hard to fully populate 2 competitions a year in the industry right now. And then your other one here. So we try to shoot for just like bigger events. We'll hold like one-off tournaments every so often, or we'll do like marketing campaigns and stuff. But most of the time, like the events that we get on shows like this for are bigger stuff. So
yeah, you guys did a pretty. Go ahead.
Go for it, Alex.
I was going to say you guys did a pretty cool event for Walkabout Mini Golf, where you got a handful of creators out there and like busters
out in Austin.
Yeah, that looked like a great time.
Yeah, that was actually paid for by Dave and Buster's because they want to expand more into VR, which is why they're one of the official sponsors of this of the event.
Wow.
Also, one thing that the trailer did not show, because this was a development after the trailer was done, Pico is actually going to have a representative there. So
excellent.
We're getting noticed by Pico too. So
wow. So
cool.
There might even be some behind closed doors shadow Pico demos happening. Right? Like we can hit this guy up and be like, "Yo, all right, come on, put us in a Pico 4. Let's go." And he'll be like, "Okay, but don't tell anyone."
So a lot of big notice going on right now. So
hey, we got a little super chat here from Traveling Man. And it was $5, and it says glad to see people taking the reins and giving mass opportunities for highlighting the wonders of VR and bringing VR peeps together. Thumbs up. That's right, Traveling Man.
Love it. That was a good one.
Thank you for the comment. Yes. Thank you for being here and being a part of the Between Realities community.
Heck yes.
And thank you for your generous donation. We will spend it, and we will spend it on something great.
Yeah, we got stuff. Buttons, boards.
Skiba bought a $100 thing, which
Mash made me do it.
Which I guess it's just there's just this piece sticking out of our mixer now that I mean, this seems like the same experience to me. Like I don't feel like I'm having $100 of a better experience.
No, you sound damn good.
Oh well, thank you. So I mean,
curiosity, what is this piece that you purchased?
A dynamite stick.
It's a dynamite stick. It's a preamp because before we really had it's just these mics, the Shure SM7Bs require a lot of power to operate them, and you really have to pull that gain up really high without enough power. So we were able to
whatever that means, whatever difference that makes.
So basically, it's a phantom power source for you.
It is, but it is, and it will also help with what we are doing at your event. So
this
that's
is true.
So that's
Although we will
one of the reasons.
have a sexier board because we've got 4 outputs on it for XLR. So
yes, but they do not power these microphones. So we are bringing the thing to make that happen.
We have a $100 dynamite stick.
Couple of them coming. Because we have a couple of these microphones coming.
Wait,
Mash is bringing his.
Oh, he's also got a dynamite stick.
Yep. So yeah, we're gonna be doing some things there.
Okay.
Yeah, come see some QTC and Between Realities Live.
So once again, you've got people in chat that are asking a lot of stuff. RBL now, we do have a Discord. Hala, you could probably speak better to how to find that. And then also Hala, there. What were you gonna say that I guess cut you off because Classy Graham was curious. So
well, I was gonna add we do like our big events, and then we've also had a couple of like long-term leagues that you can compete in. So we had a Rec Room Paintball League this summer, and then we had we're in the postseason for our Knock League right now, which is super exciting.
Oh, cool.
We haven't announced any more leagues yet, but we are super excited. And I sent the link to our Discord in the chat, or the link to our Linktree, which has the Discord on there. And if you join it, you'll be one of the first people to hear about any of those new leagues. And then I did see also someone asked about if we're going to have live streams during the event. Yes, we absolutely are. So the first one is going to be on Halloween, and we are very excited about it. And we're going to have our creators playing The Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners, Retribution. And it's going to be some of the first look at gameplay for that. And then we're going to have a big Among Us stream, also the first live stream of Among Us VR. That's going to be on Friday night, November 4th. And then on Saturday, we're going to have streams of our eSports, which is going to be Epic Roller Coasters and Population 1. And then we might have our Knock finals being streamed that day as well. Fingers crossed that we can get the tech figured out well. But yeah.
It can be difficult to pull off, live streams with multiple players and broadcasts and all of that stuff. We can definitely empathize,
It is not easy. It is not easy. There's a lot that goes into these things, from the streaming part to the virtual reality part to making sure that all the sound is good and everything is good. People can see what's happening. It is not easy. The flat gamers
I'd be lying if I said we weren't, if our league moderator hadn't been stressing about this for weeks at this point. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude. Well, and I mean, it's kind of funny though, because before our broadcast today, Nate mentioned the fact that this is not our first Virtual Athletics League themed episode of Between Realities. We've collaborated a few times. We've done some sponsored episodes and all of that. And
which this one is not sponsored, by the way. We just want to put it out there. We are really excited about this event and to talk to you guys. So.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yep. But you mentioned before the show, hopefully the curse of Val doesn't happen, because in our past episodes that we've done for Val, we have had technical issues happen, and we don't encounter them often. But when we do, Val's
it's a Val episode.
Yeah, So it's kind of funny. About 5 minutes ago, my setup here, my stream kind of got locked up, and I'm like refreshing, and then I went back to the page again, and it didn't look like it was live, and I'm like, oh my gosh, did this just happen? No way. And it took me a good 3 or 4 minutes to figure out that we were still live. Everything's still going.
Good.
Everyone can hear me right now, right? We're doing okay, Good. But yeah, so far so good. And I think just a cute little relevant story to share on the topic of technical problems and trying to pull this kind of stuff off on a regular basis. It can definitely be a challenge.
It can be. Me and you have done expos. We've attended a lot, and we've done all the demos and seen all the things, but we have also put on some of these things and done some crazy booths and demoed thousands of people through VR and set up all of the stations and it is not easy, and it takes so much preparation and so much work in order for it to all go smooth and for everyone to be safe and to have a good time.
Is this going to be like an all hands on deck thing for Val? Is everybody on the team basically just going to be boom, all involved, everybody pushing, or is there a team dedicated to this?
So we are all going to be on site, or at least the majority of us. We've got about 5 people flying in for this. And then, Hala and I live close enough that we can just be here. And then one person lives up in Idaho, so they're just, driving down for it. But yeah, we've got as many hands as we can get out here. Because obviously we're not going to fly our employees that are out in the Philippines out to this event. That just, it's not cost effective. But we'll fly someone from Florida. So
that's cool. That's easier to do than the Philippines. That's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also, real quick, Tribe, I am sorry that we did not get this out sooner. There were a lot of technical difficulties on the trailer and the marketing. Believe me, we've tried to get the marketing out earlier. So
Join the Discord.
Join the Discord.
Join the Discord. Which there is a link in the description, or at least I'm pretty sure I put one in there.
Yeah, there might be. And if not, you'll find ours. You can join ours.
Yep. Yeah, I think all the Val links are in there. So their homepage, Twitter, this event specifically that we're talking about, the New Reality event. So go down in there and check all this stuff out, because it's gonna be awesome. And Val does a lot of really good things. I really like one of the things I really like about Val is like some of the other leagues, they focus specifically on very, very competitive games. For example, like Contractors and Onward and games like this are very much obvious ways to do virtual reality gaming competitions and tournaments, but Val does these things for games that you would never even think. Like I think you did one for like real VR fishing, right? Like there are some competitions that I don't even know. Like if someone was like, you got to do a competition for this game, I'd be like, how the heck am I going to do that? So prompts to you both. And to all of Val for figuring this out. Like what goes into like picking some of these titles? Do you ever get a game where you're like, okay, we got to do this, and I'm not sure exactly how this is going to work?
Oh, so often.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are some of those challenges?
A good example, I guess, would be like for our first event, we with the VR Fit Summit, we had a tournament for Until You Fall, which you wouldn't really think is a competitive game.
Yep.
And so we just went into like speedrun mode. We had people submit their like videos of how fast they went on certain difficulties using certain weapons, and just how fast they got through it. And then the top 3 from that, we actually shipped out live stream or like MR equipment so that they could live stream in mixed reality.
Oh,
and
nice.
then we did a casting for like the top 3 and just kind of did the same thing again in terms of speed runs. So that's kind of an easy default for a lot of things. But for like real VR fishing, for example, we actually got in touch with one of the prominent members on their Facebook community, and kind of collaborated with him on the idea of how to approach how to do qualifiers, how to do what we should do for the event overall in terms of like semifinals and finals. And so a lot of the times when we're kind of stumped like that, when we don't have a clear idea, we go to the community and start asking, like, hey, what would you want to see? And so like we saw a huge participation, actually one of our highest ever for real VR fishing, just because it was so geared towards what the community was expecting. So
yeah, well, that's cool.
Real VR fishing is awesome, dude.
It's so good. It's so good.
It's my Zen game.
It is like a staple.
I love that game.
I feel like it should be in every Quest owner's library.
Yeah,
like if you're a Quest owner, you should have that in your library.
Yep. It's good, and it's multiplayer. You can hang out in there and you can play with friends. You can even go in there and you can play and watch your favorite YouTube channels. You can listen to music while you play. Like there are so many cool things about this game that you can do that you wouldn't even know. Yeah. Right, unless you hopped in there and you started playing with things. Like sometimes I go in there and I'll like watch some of my favorite podcasts. Like I'll go in there and watch like Coffee in VR, by Rendered Reality, while catching fish.
It's so funny that you mentioned that. I've literally done that with Aspin Darkfire. I think.
Oh, no way.
I think pretty sure who I was with. We were like, he's like, I'm gonna watch this podcast. I'm like, me too. And we just boom into real VR fishing. We both pull it up in our perspective little windows, and we're just like sitting there casting and listening to the podcast.
That's so cool.
And what's so cool about it, and this is like one of the things that I just love about social VR, I guess in general, or just VR and being online with it, is like we were in there together listening to a podcast. And so because you're listening to a podcast, like it's not like we're sitting there having an in-depth conversation, so we were like sharing the space together, and watching something together without like collaborating much. We were just both fishing, and like just having him sit there next to me while fishing at the same time as me was giving me that feeling of like hanging out with the homie, you know, and
yeah, for real.
We weren't even chatting, you know, like it's just like, that's the power of presence that VR has, you know, it's like just them being there was enough. Like I didn't even have to we didn't have to be talking. Same like when we were watching The Mandalorian in big screen. Yeah. You know, we just get in there. It's like, okay, shut up.
Yeah.
Let's watch this.
We actually did that with, oh gosh, what was the Ryan Reynolds movie that where he was like a
Free
NPC
Man?
that gained consciousness?
Free Guy.
What?
Free Guy.
Yeah, Free Guy. So we did that last December as a company. We watched Free Guy in big screen.
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah.
I love this. I love the presence and the togetherness that that VR kind of brings, right? Being able to hang out with people, being able to do things together when you are not even close to together.
And without even having to be fully engaged in each other. You know, that's the thing that blows my mind about it. Like we can just be there together and that's enough. We don't even have to talk. Like just, I know you're there. Yeah. Like I can feel your presence through your avatar. It's insane.
It is.
Well, and it's fun too, because like my wife, I've gotten her to jump into real VR fishing, and yes, I know a VR gamer actually married. That's so crazy to think about, but But yeah, like my wife has gotten into it, and like even if she's in just the other room, it's still just like fun to like know that she's there instead of just behind a screen and us playing like when we do with play WoW together. So
which is another great thing to do with a significant other. I've managed to get my wife to play WoW with me, and we love just like questing and going through the worlds together and stuff.
Oh, you and I have much to talk about then.
Oh, great! So. Yeah, I'm playing Wrath of the Lich King Classic right now. Are you playing Classic or you play retail?
No, I'm in retail at the moment.
Okay, well we can talk about that. We can talk about that. Yeah, that's okay. We'll take it offline. So I am interested, Hala. You mentioned Valorant. Wait, didn't you? You mentioned Valorant, yes. Or did you? Okay, yes, you did. So when that makes me almost assume that you have been mostly involved in esports from the flat screen side of things. All right, have you been a VR gamer before your involvement with Val? Where are you at currently with your VR gaming experiences?
Yeah. So I've always played video games, not necessarily competitively, but like growing up, it was always something fun that I liked. And then my senior year of college, so last fall, I got involved in the esports club at my school and joined the competitive Valorant team. And so then, I was playing on that, and then my advisor sent me actually this job with Val. And she was like, I know you like video games, so, go ahead and apply for it. And so I did. And one of the questions on the application is like, what's your familiarity with VR games? It's like, well, I played Beat Saber a couple times. I've done like you put your phone in you slide your phone in and then you play with the lightsabers thing. I was like, that's all. But still, like, I was really excited to get started, and I was really glad to get the job. And then after about a month or so, they bought a Quest for me. And so now I do have a Quest, and now I do get to play VR games, and I think it's really fun. I'm not very good. So if any of you end up ever playing with me, you'll know, like, I'm not great, but I will have a fun time.
So what do you like to play?
One of my most recent favorites is Puzzling Places, actually.
Oh, that's a good
one is like, it's just really zen and it's really fun. I think it's released to the public, or maybe I got early access to it. I'm not sure.
Puzzling Places have been around.
I think we got keys for it.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's also on side quest, and there's you can definitely get access to it. I'm not sure if it's just on the official Quest store as of yet, though. But yeah, you can definitely get your hands on it. So
sure,
Hala, can I tell you a funny story about kind of in relation to what you were talking about VR experience and whatnot?
Oh, for sure.
So when I was interviewing with Ryan, our CEO, he asked me that question. He's like, so I see you have a fair amount of experience, because I had a PSVR, so I had like Beat Saber and her 0 Point and a whole bunch of other stuff. He actually had to have me stop talking about it to continue the interview.
Nice. He's like, okay, I get it. You like VR. Okay.
Yeah.
You answered my question.
Because I was just, by that point, I was just going on and on and on about how excited I was for Squadrons and whatnot. He's like, okay,
Nice.
I'm like the one person who's gotten Ryan to not want to talk about VR.
Well, that's good. That's good. I mean, I guess it's better that way than, hey, I've heard of it. I'm kind of interested. Maybe it's good. Maybe it's not. You're like, oh, dude, no, this VR. Yeah, I'm into it. I'm into it. I've got my PSVR.
Yeah, I feel bad when people ask me about VR, or they're like, what do you do? Like, all right, you asked.
Yeah,
here it comes.
That is hilarious. VR with Jasmine is sneaking in
I see
here.
my family's eyes just glaze over.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, well, most of the time people, though, they start digging. And, like, they dig, like, to your point. It's
Yes.
like, you ask and like, wait a minute, what's that? And, okay, like, if you're going to ask for these details, you're going to get them.
Yep, you are.
But, yeah, I'm just going to say hi to VR with Jasmine.
What's up, Jasmine?
Sneaking in.
How's it going?
Arcanian also sneaking in here as
Arcanian.
well.
What's up?
Thank you guys for stopping in and being a part of our amazing live broadcast here with Nate and Hala from Val, which we're having a lot of fun.
Actually, Alex, I don't know if you know this, but Jasmine is going to be out here apparently as well.
Yep.
Jasmine, is that true? You going to be out there? Are we going to hang out before CES? Out, unlike we had originally thought and planned, like a week or two ago.
I think Jasmine. Yeah, Jasmine is at everything with us. She's at everything. She's awesome. She is an incredible creator, an incredible person, and she is just in it to win it and really to make VR thrive. So thank you, VR with Jasmine.
And thank you, Roy Boy, for the schmeckles. That's right, 30 schmeckles coming in hot.
Is it actually called schmeckles, or do you just say that?
No, I have no clue what that is.
Okay.
But
Schmeckles, that's from Rick and Morty.
It is from Rick and Morty.
It's from Rick and Morty.
It is from Rick and Morty, but it's so Roy Boy gives us donations from time to time, which is amazing. Actually, he gives us donations all the time.
Yes.
If we're being real.
Yes.
And they are always in this, and you can see it in the chat there if you have it pulled up. They're always in this very like mysterious and strange denomination. And I don't recognize that symbol. I have no idea what it means, and I don't know where it's coming from. So Schmeckles came out, and it's kind of stuck. And now Roy Boy, he just goes straight to the Schmeckles. He doesn't even bother.
Oh, cool.
Doesn't even bother with the other currency, and just goes right into 30 Schmeckles. And he says, to kick off the VR weekend with the VR fam. Love all of you peeps. Great show.
Thank you.
Dude, great Roy.
Yes.
So thanks for the Schmecks.
VR Boy.
We appreciate it.
Heck yeah, we should get into some more after the fall here soon, and
actually get the discs.
Yeah, and get through, and not have the game crash or anything.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Hala, after the fall should be on your short list if you're gonna ask us about games you should be playing.
Yeah.
After the fall is so dope.
It's mission critical VR.
I do have it. I tried it out.
Oh man,
it's so good.
I do like it.
You guys do it like a team building thing, like get 3 of your team members in there and make it happen. It's the best.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure we could get Addison to jump into that on a moment's notice.
Addison would love that one.
Oh, we love Addison. He's we get to hang out with Addison. Where do we hang out with Addison?
Is
GDC.
like 10 pounds of personality in a 2-pound bag.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if Addison's a 2-pound bag.
Hey.
Yeah, I don't know that either, but
he's a big man.
Yeah, he's not small.
So
neither is Skiva, by the way. I don't know if you guys knew that. He's not a small man.
Big man.
Everybody thinks I'm small because I hang out with him.
Yeah, Alex is normal size. I'm just strangely big.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Also check this out.
Reese the King.
Reese the King.
Reese the King.
He's leaving us with some pounds. $8.99 in pounds. 8.99. 8 in pounds. And he says,
thanks,
much
dude.
love, dropping the crown to assert his dominance of royalty upon all of us.
Heck yeah. We love Reese and the community manager over at Sin Studios who makes Swordsman. Fantastic game if you want to slice and dice your opponents into little pieces.
Swordsman literally is awesome.
Is Reese with Swordsman?
Yep.
Yes, he is.
Oh, we've actually worked with him in the past.
Oh, cool.
Nice. He's been with them for like
first,
2 months or something.
Yeah, it hasn't been super long, but he's doing great things with them right now. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, we know Alex and Amir and some of the other guys over there. We worked with them on our first Winter Games, so
fantastic guys. I really, really like them.
I like them.
Yeah, we got to hang out with them in person at VRTO, Virtual Reality Toronto. And absolutely killer guys. Really passionate about what they do. Very talented, right? Going into making a game like that right, with a small team is not an easy feat. Being able, like the physics involved in that game, melee combat is very hard. AAA studios stay away from melee combat because it's difficult. But these guys went in there and they nailed it. So
they did.
Props to Sin Studios.
They did, and it just gets better and better and better over time. Like if you would have asked me what I thought of Swordsman when I very first played it, I would not give you the same answers I would give you today.
Right.
Like I really do think that they have polished and made that a absolute contender when it comes to a melee combat game against anything else.
Yeah,
like, it's
for sure.
It's really good.
For sure. It's really, really good.
Dude, by the way,
Reese is really good.
I got to say this. So some people in the chat did a little digging, and it's not a schmeckle, right? Like from Rick and Morty, but it is a shekel. If you can believe that.
Shekel.
It's actually a shekel.
Wait, this is an actual currency?
It's an actual currency. And it's the fact that schmeckle is so close to shekel is blowing my mind right now.
Wait, so that is a shekel?
It's a shekel. And I said
and we've been calling it schmeckle because of Rick and Morty.
Yes.
Whoa.
Isn't that insane? Like I can barely believe it. It's a somebody Timeless Fable looked it up and said it's a new Israeli shekel.
Oh wow. Wow, what the heck?
Dude, schmeckles.
Dude.
That's
wow.
Well,
that's so cool.
I don't even know what to say anymore. I think that was the end of the show right there.
Dropping that mic.
It's actually not, because guess who's here? Traveling Man. That's right. He's dropping the $10. That's a super chat. And he says, just wanted a yellow message too. I love bananas. Amen, dude. Amen. You get that yellow message.
Traveling Man. Always an after the fall as well.
Yeah, so, I do. I also like bananas. You know, I throw away about maybe 85 to 90% of the bananas that I purchase, but they're just so cheap and they're so good that I just want to have them fresh on hand at all times.
Yeah,
so like I don't even care if I'm going to eat it or not. I just need them there.
Yeah.
Compost that. Why are you toasting it out?
No, freeze them and then make smoothies with them.
I have done that.
Or banana bread.
Yes.
Banana bread.
We have also done that as well. I have done the smoothie thing. The wife has made banana bread in the past. I don't have a compost pile. All right. Maybe I can add that to my ways that I can be better in the world.
I grew up with a dad that was all like compost this and farming that. And so for me, that's just kind of a thing.
Nice.
That's a
cool.
good thing.
Yeah, it is a good thing.
We need more people like that.
Yep, we do. We do, absolutely.
Also, Space Denizen popping in. What's up, brah?
Oh, what's up, man? How you doing, Void?
Good to see you. All right, way to handle that, Betty. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
It's like I find it really hilarious when like these like sex bots come in and spam everything. So then I want to talk about it, but also like talking about it.
Don't feed the trolls.
I know, like it feeds it.
You feed the trolls, they become stronger and more powerful.
I know, I get it, but also like this is really hilarious. 69girls.xyz, like that's
dang it, you just gave them advertising.
I know, I'm sorry. I didn't want to, but come on. And that's just funny.
You know, that's not a suspicious link at all.
I know.
No.
Oh gosh, that's funny.
Dang. Yeah, thanks to our moderators for handling that stuff.
That'll be the last time I call it out by name, okay? I shouldn't have done that. I know I fed it, but that is a hilarious name for a website.
It is.
It's hilarious.
It is.
VR with Jasmine says she bought a $400 electric compost from CES last year.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I remember you doing that. That's cool.
Yeah. Little secret thing about CES, by the way, that Skiva shared with me. It's like all of these people who are traveling internationally to an event like CES pay so much to get their stuff there, like compost machines and TVs and computers and all this crap. And once they get it there, that's like the most important thing. And leaving it's not so important for them to spend all of that money to ship things back.
Yeah, because a lot of times they have to repay import taxes into their country to bring the stuff back. So a lot of them will get rid of the stuff on the show floor on the very last day for stupid cheap because they don't want to bring it home with them. So a little pro tip for CES.
That's a pro tip right there. Cruise around on the last day and let people try to sell you their stuff. And then when they give you a price, you're like, how about half that? You got a deal. Thank you. I'm going home with a $100 TV. appreciate it.
Yeah, for real. You know. CES.
That's not going to happen at what we're doing. So.
No,
You're not flying over the Pacific Ocean to get it back.
We're
home.
talking about international stuff, right?
Right. Right. But you know, I can be convincing. I'm going to see if there's anything I want, and then I'll see. I'll throw you a price, and we can go back and forth.
Let me just say, since we're just talking about CES real quick, how incredibly excited I am for this year's CES. Like, this is going to be a big deal. We have on the horizon, we have over 10 headsets that I know about. Over 10 headsets, and a lot of those places that are creating these headsets have a presence at this year's CES.
What about
we're going to see. Yes.
Sony?
I think we're going to, Sony's there.
We're going to get to go do a PSVR 2 demo?
I think we might play with the PSVR 2 during CES.
Jealous.
Yeah. Apple's going to be there. It is possible. Maybe they will show something, maybe to at least media. Who knows? We shall see. But there's a lot of big players coming to CES this year. And there's also a lot of our homies going. So it is going to be a good time. CES is a massive, incredibly huge, overwhelmingly big convention.
It is huge.
And it is really cool. And the after parties in Vegas are absolutely crazy. And that being said, Between Realities and QTC will be combining forces and possibly Upload VR, I heard. Maybe combining forces to throw the ultimate mega CES virtual reality after party. So get ready for that.
It's going to be so dope.
It's going to be nasty.
Last year's was insanely good.
Yep, it was.
Talk to Ryan. I'm sure he'd love to jump in on that.
Nice.
Dude,
very cool.
You guys come.
Yes.
We do it at this really awesome VR arcade, which is all the machines are free play. And they have,
it's just a regular game arcade.
Yeah. It's,
VR, yep.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's a regular arcade.
Yep.
Yeah. But they have
it's like
free play cabinets. Yep. They also have like Smash Bros hooked up on a Switch over here on this TV. Like they're like covering all the bases. It's insanely good.
And it's a good time. And if you come to our party, you'll get discounts on your drinks. You will get access to a VIP area, and it's a good time.
Oh man, I got to tell you something, dude. Tribe Grey Wolf. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Tribe Grey Wolf saying 69 girls XYZ to the moon.
Oh jeez, Tribe, don't you feed the trolls,
and
Tribe.
I mean, no, delete them
Do we
all.
have an ape in the chat?
Oh my goodness. You guys, this is what they love. This is what they hope to accomplish when they post stuff into chats.
It literally is, but there's no way it's a human, right? Like they're not sticking around and like watching the performance of it. They're just like they spam your chat and then they dip, and it's got to be like a literally robot.
The confetti was for Tribe, even though
you did us dirty.
That was a no.
You did us dirty, Tribe.
Oh my God, that's too funny.
All right, so what hasn't been said about Val or this expo that's coming, or what is it, VR convention? What has not been said about this VR convention or about what Val's been doing that's important that we should probably get to before we wrap this up?
Yeah, so one thing about what we're doing here that I think should be, that a lot of people should consider is that this is a fantastic networking opportunity if you're a student and you want to get involved in VR in any sort of way. We're going to have several developers on site. This is including, from studios like Shell, from Skydance, just some of the really big names right now in VR. And if you want to work on game design in this industry, this is something you should not pass up, and especially at this cheap. Because right now the community is still so small that developers will likely remember you if you meet them at a convention. So like if you're a student, I would encourage you to come out because it's just going to be that much more beneficial to your career. On top of that too, if you're a YouTube creator or content creator of any sort, reach out to us on Discord. We're willing to at least comp tickets for any creators that are willing to come out, because we just want to get this covered. We want to give you a little something to talk about. We just want to get the VR community hyped with this. So,
and that is a fact right there. If you want to be in an industry, you better be out there shaking those people's hands and getting right in their face and talking to them so they know who you are. And this works. This is what me and Alex did. We're both in the industry. Like this is what you do, man. You come out, you talk to the people, you play the games, you shake their hand, you have a drink with them after, and or water or whatever, and you do the thing, and it's awesome. And it will
maybe
pay
you're
off.
not a student, maybe you're having a midlife crisis right now, or maybe you're retired and you just want to be more involved in the space. Like anyone going to these events, introducing themselves and shaking hands stands to benefit from this if they want to be involved.
Absolutely.
Hala, I know you had something else to add to this.
Yeah. I just wanted to highlight, we didn't really talk about it, the Dam Busters Arcade Night.
Yes,
we're super excited about that. So that's going to be on Friday night after the Among Us streams wrap up. We're going to head over to the Dave & Buster's. It's like 2 minutes away. And they actually brought out the football frenzy machine just for this event. So it's going to be super hype. We're just going to have a great time there. We've become big fans of Dave & Buster's at Val.
It's so legit.
It's awesome.
I love Dave & Buster's.
It's a good time. Yeah.
It's so fun.
It is.
So yeah, there's going to be tons of fun things to do. And yeah, we really hope to see you all out there.
There it is. There it is, dude. Nate, Hala, Virtual Athletics League. Thank you so much for joining us. Again, it's called the New Reality VR Convention. It is happening in Salt Lake City, Utah from November 3rd through November 5th. Steve and I are going to be there. I don't have my plane or room yet, but I'm going to be there. And so will a lot of the other people who we mentioned earlier in the episode. If you're nearby, or not even if you're nearby, but you get a wild hair up your ass and you just want to go crazy and come and hang out with us for a weekend or week, or it's during the week, I think.
Join us.
Come on out. So thank you both for joining us on the episode today. It's been awesome getting some of this FaceTime, right? Like really connecting the Vandalin to Nate, and here he is, and Hala, it's been great to get to know you, and excited to see you guys in person.
Yeah, it's nice to finally be on the show, like representing Val. So
yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome.
Great to meet you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, say goodbye to Val, everybody. Bye, Val.
Bye-bye.
See you later. And they are gone.
There they go.
Never to be seen again.
Adios.
So that was a really great chat. That time flew by.
It did. It was great. And I am not prepared to tell you who we have next week.
That's okay. That's been the theme of season 6.
It has been. Let me see if I can pull that up.
Keeping people in the dark a little bit.
Yes. This is true. We'll leave it as a mystery. How about we do that? Yeah,
we will, because we do know who we have scheduled for this, but it's going to be another unique weekend because I will be out of town. Yes. I am going to be in Disneyland on Friday celebrating life with the family.
Yes.
And that's going to be really awesome. But that means we will not have a live episode next week.
Yeah, and the week after will not be live either because we will be at the Val event in Utah. But if you do watch, there will be live streams from the event featuring Q2C VR Gamer, Eric Masher, Todd. I will be there live streaming from the event with them, and hopefully Alex will be there with us doing the same thing.
I'm going to be there. I just said it. It's done. I don't have it. I mean, unless this plane ticket is just insane and like it's completely unrealistic. And
you can sit right here in my pocket. You'll be my little carry-on.
Don't tease me, man. I'll get in there. I'll climb right up in there, man. I will. So anyway, excellent. Obviously we love doing live shows, and that really is in my opinion, like the best way to do Between Realities. Yeah. Of course, we will pre-record when we have to. And that's going to be the case next week and the week after that. So, it's a bummer, but it is what it is.
Yep.
So we appreciate you guys being here for this live stream, right? Thank you for joining us for the live episode. Classy Grandma in the house, and Jasmine and Betty and Roy Boy and Laszlo 216 sliding up in here at the end, saying great community, great show. Timeless Fable, who was nice to see in the chat. Hussein X. Tribe, Grey Wolf, right? Arcanian and Fun with the Clicks. Duggars K got up in here at some point. To everybody who got us with the super chats, Reese the King and Masher and Traveling Man. Thank you guys so much for being here and participating today. Roy Boy for the Schmeckles, of course, which is still blowing my mind. That it's called a shekel.
Schmeckles.
I know, that's ridiculous.
Yep. Pretty wild.
Yep. And Q Creator and what is this? Geralt C. Is that Geralt C? Geralt C? That's the first time I've said that name out loud. But Geralt C, I've also been noticing you in the chat. Thank you for being here as well. Yep. I think that's going to be it for us for this episode of the Between Realities VR podcast. I certainly enjoyed it. I hope you all have as well. Skiva, did you enjoy it?
I loved it. I love it all the time. I want to talk about VR constantly. Let's go. Another hour and a half. Ready? Go!
I know. We could. We stop here because we don't want to go forever. You have to stop at some point.
I guess you do.
Are people playing Population 1 tonight?
I'm sure that is happening. I will. I'm doing something with my daughter tonight, so I will not be joining the Population 1 party. But it has been happening every Friday
for a long time.
This close to a year. I think maybe they have another 2 weeks left or something before it's a year straight of Pop 1 Friday night.
Get in during the inaugural year of Pop 1 Fridays, because apparently this is something that will always be around forever. No, it's actually not, so take advantage of it while it's still here.
Absolutely.
Link to our Discord is in the description below. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes.
And we will see you next week, not live, with someone who we didn't tell you about.
Yes. See you guys then.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.